Hello everybody, hope you're all well today. Well, it's been a few years coming, but the now statutory guidance about the cost of uniforms was published last Friday, so you may have seen some of the headlines over the weekend. And now is the time for you to get into gear, because you are the uniform specialist, you are the experts in uniform, and so you'll need to reassure and support your schools, not shy away and think it's up to someone else to get involved, or someone else will get involved. And you definitely shouldn't be thinking that it's too much of a risk to raise it with your schools and it'll make them think they've got to make a change, because it's just too much of a risk not to get involved with your schools. Because although broadly speaking, it is likely that most schools are already compliant with the majority of this guidance, there are also likely to be many schools who just aren't sure what's expected of them and what to do next. And so this has to be your chance to reassure them and take control. To those of you who are SA members, and I really hope that's all of you, they're working really closely with bodies like the National Governors Association to produce joint advice for schools. And members will have access to the latest Schoolwear Association fact sheet, which summarises the key points that you should be talking to your schools about so they know what to do. Because governors in schools will need to go through a process to demonstrate they are compliant with the guidance immediately, and you can help them with that. They'll need to publish their uniform policy on their website if it's not there already, and they will need to make provision for second-hand uniform. And these things will have to be done by the start of the next academic year, so that's for September 2022. And if they're not compliant on any aspect of the guidance in relation to cost, in relation to number of branded items, in relation to sole supply arrangements without competitive tenders, or without having a contract in place for branded items that can only be bought from you, then they will have until December 2022 to get those things in place, so that by the start of the next academic year in 2023, they must be fully compliant with the guidance. So I've shared the link to the guidance on here. It is essential reading for everyone. It's not just for schools, it's for us as well. You then need to be proactively communicating with your schools to see where they're up to with reviewing their compliance and offering your support to help them if they're not very far on with it. And since it's the governors of the school who are responsible, it would seem like just huge value you could add to your relationship to offer to join their next meeting or consult with them over the next steps they need to take. And this might be out of your comfort zone for some, but there really are simple things that schools can do to check and confirm that what they're doing is okay. And the last thing you want is some other provider helping them with that, making them feel that what they're doing is not okay. You need to be the first in there with your schools. We started the second round of the David Luke Tender Academy training sessions yesterday with a professional tender writer and training provider. We've got a waiting list now for the next round in the new year because we've been oversubscribed for these sessions so far, which is great news in many ways, because it's a great indication of how much independent retailers are committed to getting the tools to compete and demonstrating the value your businesses contribute to the community. So next steps on the Tender Academy, following brainstorming on the sessions so far and great suggestions from our professional who's seen these kinds of things happen in other sectors. And we've identified lots of support that will help you navigate what's ahead. So from tender presentation skills to policies to product design to school contracts, and even to simple proposal documents that you can have ready for the smaller bids that may be coming through for primary schools, for example. There will be more for you to think about. It won't just be business as usual for preparation for summer 2023, and the planning for it will start this coming new year. But for now, you need to make sure you've got your forward orders down so you can demonstrate you're in a really strong position to deliver summer 2022, which should largely be the same. And we look forward to rolling out some more of the support in the new year that will really help you and enable you to be proactive about your business in terms of retention, to prevent any procurement businesses or other providers to start circling around your schools. And you can even start to focus on acquisition once you've got all the tools you need to win. You've got a week to go to make the most of our forward order offering and the current price, so I'll leave you now to get on with placing them, but we'll be in touch soon about further support we've got for you, things we're getting together. But definitely don't panic from anything I've just said. This is all so doable, but it requires being proactive and supporting your schools by working together with your supply chain, us, to get things in place. So take care, get proactive, and I'll speak to you soon.